अखण्डमण्डलाकारं व्याप्तं येन चराचरं तत्पदं दर्शितं येन तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः. Jai Gurudev. Today my topic is how many types of yogas are there? How many types of yogas are there? People are saying that Karma Yoga, Kriya Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, Dhyana Yoga, Raja Yoga, many other yogas. They are whatever they are thinking, they are saying yoga, Hatha Yoga. So many things are there. But it is a big confusion. Which yoga is the best? Which yoga is the perfect? People are confusing. Some says Kriya Yoga, some says Bhakti Yoga, some says Dhyana Yoga. Which yoga we have to follow? Please, listen carefully what I am saying. There are no all these yogas. Please, remember, there is only one yoga, that is Karma Yoga, and that also Patanjali Maharshi Ashtanga Yoga. That's it. Don't get confusion. You may ask me, how can you say Bhakti Yoga is not yoga? Kriya Yoga is not yoga? Dhyana Yoga is not yoga? Raja Yoga is not yoga? They are yogas, but they have come from Karma Yoga. And Karma Yoga is nothing but Patanjali Ashtanga Yoga. Please, I will explain. So, when you are adopting Patanjali Ashtanga Yoga, that is nothing but Ashta Anga. You just always been thinking about Ashta means 8, Anga means limbs. So combinedly, all these 8 limbs only said to be the yoga. What are they? Yama, Niyama, Asana, Pranayama, Yama, Niyama, Asana, Pranayama, Pratyahara, Dharana, Dhyana, Samadhi. So you know that these are the Ashtanga Yogas, but people are just discriminated. They are just misinterpreted. Some have taken Yama Niyama itself is the yoga. That is, speak truth, be kind enough, all those positive things. Don't say lies. Who is there without saying a lie? Just tell me. Everyone at one time they used to lie. You know that Mahabharata, Dharmaraja is Ajatashatru, used to be called as Ajatashatru. He never used to create any negativity to the people. He is so kind enough, positive. He never used to lie. But for him also once said a lie. Ashwardhama hataha kunjaraha, slowly. So, to win the battle, he has adopted this lie. So that's why Yama Niyama, it is impossible. After that, asana. So some people have taken this asana separately and have been started saying this is the yoga. This is the yoga. You can enlighten with this. How could it be? It's one limb of Ashtanga Yoga. How it will be possible? It's not. Yoga asanas, they are only the exercises. Warming up. What is warming up? To go into the unified field, Satchit Ananda. You are getting warming up your body. With asanas, your body will be, muscles will be getting free. Right? So this is the warming up for the yoga. And after that, pranayama. Pranayama, with pranayama, what is going to happen? So this is, asanas are muscles. Pranayama is nerve system. All the nerves will be freed. Any blockages, any stresses are there. So with the help of pranayama, you will be just cleaning the nervous system and getting ready for the yoga. Dhyana. Okay. So after this, pratyahara. Pratyahara means when you are just doing the meditation, yoga, automatically you will be said to be away from this society. Sarva Sangha Parityage. So like that. So you are feeling yourself separate from the society, leaving all those things at home and separated yourself. It is a very high level of yoga. Automatically, when you are practicing it, this quality will be given. Next, dharana, dhyana, samadhi. So these three seems to be different, but it's one. Dharana means you have to keep your mind somewhere on some vehicle and just keep it whether it is there or not. And samadhi. In Patanjali Yoga Sutras, I explained about this samyama. This is called the samyama, 3 in 1. So in this way you have to maintain all these 8 limbs. Without these 8 limbs, don't say that yogasanas are only yoga, pranayama is only yoga, or yamaniyamas is only yoga. So yamaniyamas mainly maintained by Jainism or Jains. They are just keeping the cloth to their mouth. They never try to speak lies and all those things, kind enough to the people, everything is there, but it is self not a yoga. So in this way, you are just maintaining the Ashtanga Yoga. This is called the Karma Yoga. Karma means action. Yoga means union. So Karma Yoga means what karma you are doing in this Karma Yoga. So you are just taking the mantra and just that is your karma, and you are just making your mind to establish in unified field, that is Satchit Ananda, universal consciousness. This is the karma that you are doing. Actually, in Gita also it has been said, Yogastha Kuru Karmani. So, yoga and karma. This is only one yoga which we have to follow. And next, they are all following this. When all the stresses are being released, you will be just touching to the unified field, then you will be getting enlightened. When you are having the 100% of mental potentiality, when all these stresses are being released, so naturally you will be just reaching to the state of enlightenment. So when you are getting enlightenment, you feel that this nature is beautiful. You start cognizing the laws of nature. So laws of nature means what? The God is existing in that. Naturally, no? I told you, in each and every particle, the universal consciousness is existing. And yogi starts cognizing that universal consciousness. That is what we are saying, the God. So when you are cognizing that God, so bhakti will be start coming out. That is the bhakti yoga. Right? This is the kriya yoga, what you are doing. Automatically you will be entering into the bhakti yoga. And karma yoga. Kriya yoga. Kriya means karma. You are saying the karma, and that is only the kriya yoga. Raja yoga. Raja yoga means the highest yoga. Only the meditation yoga, what we are doing. This said to be the Raja yoga. Raja yoga means the yoga among the best. So, the karma yoga itself is said to be the Raja yoga. All these yogas, what all other people are saying, they are nothing but the karma yoga, and that is nothing but the Ashtanga yoga. Please remember this. All have come from there. Once you have reached to the bhakti yoga, and everything will be automatic. You will be enlightened with this Ashtanga yoga, that is called the karma yoga. Please remember. Bhakti yoga means not you are just doing bhajans in a temple. Okay, for a instant, small period, you will be transcending when you are doing the bhajans. When you are entering into the temple, suppose Balaji temple, after seeing him, Balaji, so you will be just transcending for a fraction of minute. The pujaris are not allowing you to stay there for many minutes. So, at that time, because of the radiation between you and the power, I told you once, that is the aura. So, because of that, your mind will be transcending for a fraction of a minute, but after that you will be coming out. So, in this way, Bhakti Yoga is not that yoga what you are getting after the enlightenment. Bhakti Yoga means Mirabai, Prabhupada, Annamacharya, Sai Baba. So they used to cognize the great nature, and they start involving in that, and bhakti is automatically has come out. That is the Bhakti Yoga. Right? So please, don't get confused. If you are doing Ashtanga Yoga, you are following all these yogas automatically. Don't discriminate all these yogas, and don't fight among yourself. This is good yoga, mine is good yoga, karma yoga is good yoga, kriya yoga is good, bhakti yoga is good, raja yoga is good. So, don't get confused. Please, please, please. The karma yoga, that is the Ashtanga yoga, is the best. And people are saying many, many names. One guru is coming, he is just putting his... Another guru is coming, this is the right yoga. There are no so many yogas. There is only one yoga, Karma Yoga, Patanjali Maharshi's Ashtanga Yoga. From there, all these limbs, all these yogas have come. Please, don't believe all those things. You just believe only one Ashtanga Yoga. Okay? If you have any doubts, please come on to the comments box. Jai Gurudev.